guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be continuing making cat paws, and today again I'm using the two molds. One is shiny and one is matte. So it's the mold itself determines the finish of the paw, and today we'll be making a clear one. So clear means you don't need to add any color, and this is already mixed, pre-mixed soft resin. So you just pour the clear into the toes for the first layer. I am very quiet when I pour precise like these little toes because I'm afraid my hand will shake. And that's it for the first layer, and we'll be back after a day when it's cured for the second layer. Okay, so we're back on the second day. This is soft resin and is cured, and now we're going to put hard resin onto the second layer. And when you do this, don't fill over this part, so you only need it to here, because we are doing multiple layers for the shaker. And this is all you do for the second day. Hi guys, so we're doing the holographic foam paper for the third layer. You remove the stick back and slowly, it's like how you put your phone screen cover. You try to minimize the bubble. Sometimes a little bit is unavoidable, and try to make sure it is flat as possible. You already can see the light. This is with and this is without. Super pretty. And it's okay to have like it bent a bit to peel. I mean, it's holographic or iridescent paper, so the more bent it is, the more shiny it is. It's gonna reflect more. Alright, so we put this in. Uh-oh, a little not straight. We do. Alright. Okay, so now both paper is in. I'm going to pour the resin for the third layer. So what I do is I use a small cup. I already mixed some resin, and I pour the resin into this small cup. And I pour a layer first at the bottom to even out, smooth it out, and then put the insert in. And then push the insert to the side so you can easily to pour the resin. And slowly you want to see it, you don't want to go all the way, so you have to leave some space for the sealing. So this is pretty good. And you push the silicone insert to the middle. Same thing on this side. You do a thin layer to cover everything first, then you put the insert in, and you add more on the side. The reason I like to use these little cups is because it has a little mouth at the tip. It's easier to pour. I used to use a big cup to pour and made a huge mess. This is easier. And also little is better, like a little cup is better. And then we'll just wait for it to cure, and after it's cured we go to the next step. Hi guys, so this layer is cured. We're going to remove the insert. Now we have a dent in here for us to put stuff in, and I usually just put some random cute stuff. So holographic, oh, there's a lot. Hearts, You don't need this much because it's gonna be all covered. You want some space, you know, in between, inside, to see the shaker. Some bubbles. We want the bubble filler inside the dent with the oil shaker, but we don't want any bubble, you know, in the resin artwork. And I put some of these holographic seashell stuff too. Not too much, just 1 or 2 in each. This one I also want to put pearls inside. I have, oh, and also these ones. This one I love to put it inside. This is glass beads. Small shiny bits. Make sure you close the lid before you proceed because you know you don't want to accidentally knock off anything. I also have these crystal beads. A little goes a long way. Yes, I need to put the pearl beads. Where's my pearl beads? Okay, so the pearl beads, I put 3 in each. Let me see. So it looks like this. I think I still can add more things inside to make it a little bit fuller. So I will add maybe some, I can add a star. These are all acrylic beads or glass beads, 1 star on each side. And I want to put some like a clear beads. Okay, this one is also it's different with the one that I put earlier. This one is just white. This one has some holographic in it, so this will be different reflect, just a little bit. I can put a bigger bead, which is more like a, also like a bubble bead that I have. It's like this. I put it in there. I think it's good enough. And now we are going to seal it. So I have these pre-cut film caps. They're also available in my shop. So this is to cover the dent. So what we're gonna do now is seal it with UV resin. And this is the UV resin I use. I usually do it like this, so I fill up the edges. You want to do it a thick coat. The reason is because when you make this dent, you will have like a, basically you want to make it flat, because when you seal, you want to seal in a flat surface. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we'll do it one by one. After you fill it, you want to use a toothpick, just to, you know, smooth out. And also if there is a bubble, you pick it out. And if there's like space that didn't fill with UV resin, you want to, you know, use a toothpick to evenly distribute. And after that, you want to use, I use baby oil. So I put it in this small bottle, just easier for me to use than the big baby oil bottle. So almost at the top, and then you fill it right, so all the way to the top, but don't pass the edge because on the top surrounding has the UV resin. This has no peeling or anything, it's just paper. And then you just put it in like this. Right now you don't want to lift it up because you want to sit it flat. And don't press it down too much, just gently wiggle a bit to make sure the edges has the UV resin. And if you see any air bubbles, you can use toothpick to pick it up. All right. Looks good. And put it under the UV light. Slowly. Unless you have very steady hands, you don't want to lift it up because you filled up with oil. A little bit will spill, right? So this one, same thing. We're going to add the UV resin on the edge. Also, you want to move out all the bead that was accidentally got into the side groove because if you have things on the edge over there, it will affect you from making the covering it flat. Okay, this is after you put this, and you use a toothpick to evenly distribute the UV resin on the edges. Also, you can check if there's any, unwanted things in there, and also bubbles. You want to remove it before you put the cap on. I see something that I don't want to have in there. There is a little unevenness. I'm gonna cut it. I have a smaller scissor, but this is one I have in hand, so I'm just gonna use it because it's sticking up like a piece that was sticking up, but it's okay. All right. So now we're going to put the oil in. It's empty. I need to refill it. And then use the film cap. It's clear. And you put it in. It's easier when you have a toothpick to help you put it in as well, so you don't get your hand dirty, and also it's flat. You don't lift it or anything. And these are pre-cut for the shape, so you should be no trouble when you put it in. All right. And we can take the other one out and put this one in. And let's see if there's any leaking in this one. Oh, there's a leaking in here. So there was unevenness. And what do we do if there is a leak after you seal? And it's totally like common to happen when it's like that. So you want to clean out the oil on that's leaked out and find where the leak is. So I see it's like right here. When you press it, you can see that it's coming out. The other part, it has no leak, because when you press it, only that part has like air coming out kind of sound. So what we're gonna do, so probably that I didn't do it evenly over there, and or there was something that lifted. It's normal. So we're just gonna seal this part all the way here with the extra UV resin. And before you do that, you want to clean out the oil as much as you can. It just looks cleaner. So now we're going to seal it one more time, like this. I should do it a little extra over is because just in case that if there is more extra sealing needed, and you want to check if there's any air bubbles in the UV resin that you just squeezed out. But if there isn't any, you can put it inside the light, which that's what I'm gonna do. I usually put it for 90 seconds, which I just put it in, and then I work on the other ones. And now this one, let's squeeze a little bit. Looks like it's fully sealed, and looks good. So the next step, I'm going to add stickers and decoration in this one. And I'm going to, so both are sealed, and we're going to add stickers. So this one, I'm going to use the wing sticker. This is actually a customer order, and I'm filming to make it. So she wants wings on the edge, on the back. So I have this wing sticker. It's actually for your nail art, but it works perfect for resin art as well. So she wanted the rings like this. Trying to match it best as possible. Oh wait, I think it's a different color. Let me put this one back. This one is the one she wanted. And then the bottom. You can always adjust it. Okay, so I think it's a little apart, but I think it still looks really good. I'm going to move this one a little taller. Just a little bit. Since it's sticker, so you can always adjust it a little bit, but you don't want to break the sticker, so watch out with your pointy tweezer. Don't poke it. There you go. I think that's what I hope she likes it. Okay. All right. And same for this one. I feel it's a different color again. Let me put that back. This is a different wing. Perfect. All right, so this two is almost done. And now we're going to pour in the last coat. And I already pre-mixed some resin. And I like to pour into a small cup. It just makes it easier to pour. And since it's all good, just going to pour in the last coat. And wait for 3 days or 2 days to cure. In the summertime, it cures faster. Okay, now it looks great. And we'll see when it demolds. Hi guys, so this one is completely done. We can demold now. We love that sound. Oh my god. And it's soft. And the other one, this is matte finish, and the other one is gloss finish. You can tell when I remove it, it's shiny. Oh wow. Soft as well. So all these whole week is worth it. I hope you guys like it. And don't forget to turn in some homework. If you guys ever made some of these, show me.